Hey everybody, it's Jessica Kim from BabbaCo. I love Greek food, and I also love putting my own spin to things. So today we're gonna use and make baklava, but it's gonna be with a lot of baba love. So I call it BabbaClava. So let's get started. So this is all you'll need to make the BabbaClava. We have our rose water. You have a pound of chopped walnuts. Of course, you have your phyllo dough, your white sugar, honey, cinnamon, vanilla extract, a cup of butter, and some water. So I'm preheating the oven at 350 degrees, and I'm just finishing up greasing my pan with the butter. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the first layer of phyllo dough, and you're gonna take one sheet, and you're gonna place it right on the bottom, and then you're gonna just brush it with your butter, just all the way across, and just cover it. And you're gonna do this 8 times. So this is really great and fun to do with your kids. Okay, so I just finished putting the 8th sheet of phyllo dough on here and buttered it. But the important thing here is that the phyllo dough will absolutely dry out and very quickly. So when you're not using it, you have to put some saran wrap over it so it stays moist, and a damp towel. You can use a paper towel, regular towel, but the important thing is just to keep it covered. Okay, so you have your chopped walnuts, and I'm gonna add the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and just mix that together. Okay, now we're gonna take 1/3 cup of these walnuts, or a big handful, and you just sprinkle it across and make your layer on the phyllo dough. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 layers of phyllo dough and you put it right on top, and then you brush that again with your butter. So then you just layer it again with another handful of walnut mixture. You evenly sprinkle that over, and then you're gonna top that with phyllo dough, and you butter that layer, and you're just gonna repeat that process over and over again. But make sure that you reserve 6 sheets of phyllo dough for the very top layer. Okay, so I'm putting on that last layer of 2 sheets, putting on the butter. Okay, so now we're at the point where we have 6 sheets of phyllo dough left, and what you're gonna do is do what you just did in the beginning. So you have 1 sheet of phyllo dough, you're gonna butter it, then you get the other sheet of phyllo dough, and you're just gonna butter it again, and you repeat that 6 times. Okay, so after all of the layers are put down and buttered, what you're gonna do is cut it into squares, and make sure you go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so now we're gonna pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes. That's 50 minutes, and it's gonna come out all brown and crispy and super yummy. Okay, so what you're gonna do first is you're gonna add your 1 cup of water, and then your 1 cup of sugar. Let that dissolve a bit. Okay, so all the ingredients have all dissolved, and you're just gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And what you're gonna see is that it gets a little bit darker and a little bit thicker. But I highly suggest, and this is what I always do, is once it cools, I put it in the fridge, and that's when you'll get it all syrupy and thick. Really yummy. Oh my gosh, check it out. So it came out of the oven completely cold, and we put in these pretty dishes. And now the last step is to drizzle all that syrup that we made with the rose water. Kayla, did you know that this syrup was made out of rose petals?
Rose petals?
Rose petals. You know you love flowers, right? Yeah. So I made syrup out of flowers. Smell it. So pretty. So you're gonna now drizzle your BabbaClava with all of that syrup. It's crunchy and sweet. Mmm, so good, right? Okay, well my mouth is full. I'm gonna go back to eating with Kayla. We are sending you some Babba love. I'm Jessica Kim.
I'm